start though.
Mm-hmm.
So with Reaper, do you just pay the $60 amount?
Mm-hmm.
I figured because I think they said the
Yeah, make
six.
20 grand a year from that show,
Yeah,
basically.
you got to make something crazy because I'm gonna get a Reaper license for me and my brother. So.
It will last. Actually, if you get one for you, you can probably share it with him.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
that's what I've done inside the network is I bought the license, and then it'll just say it's licensed registered to me for personal/small business use. I mean, that's literally what it says. I'm looking at the bar right
No,
now.
yeah, it
That's
is.
what it says. So I share it inside the company for company purposes. I've paid twice. The first time I paid, I went 8 years before they asked me to pay
Mm.
again. There's one full
If you
number
own
up, no,
multiple,
two full number upgrades.
if you own multiple computers, you may install the same license key on all of them, as long as you only use one Reaper. Use Reaper on only one computer at a time. That's. I wonder if they actually enforce that.
I don't know. I've never had an issue, but all on the network, I'm pretty much the one who's in Reaper more than anybody else. So
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Guess I'll find out.
Today's the 19th. Today's the 19th.
Today's the 19th. Sorry,
No, you're fine.
I'm mucking about. Here, I'll start copying stuff over
I was about to, but you knocked yourself out.
because yours adds an extra layer of linkage.
A layer of fun.
Okay. No one's chatting yet, and the Twitch stats haven't indicated that anyone's here yet.
Because nobody is. They don't love us anymore.
Oh, it's magic. You know.
Speaking of magic, we got some magic to play tonight.
Oh, do we have some speak pipes?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, if I have time,
Oh,
maybe
we gotta work your see that's something we really need a work day to do. I mean, and when I say work day, I mean like 2 max 3 hours. But we need to revamp. We should look at our website, see if we want to. I don't think we do, but see if we want to redesign anything. Then we'll look at Patreon and clean that up, and then get your computer 100% straight because you can hear when they hit the button, but it does not come through the stream or
and it is
anywhere else.
super loud when they hit the button too.
And it's super loud when they hit the button. And we've turned it down on Streamlabs or whatever it is. So I think it's the setting for your headset. I did. I remember you were saying something about being loud. I went and took it down. When I first set it up and I was broadcasting, I went in and set the settings down to like 50%, 30%, somewhere in there. And so I think it's a setting on how it plays from OBS to your headset.
Let's see. Maybe I can OBS settings. Audio.
But whatever's going on, it's not playing where it should. It's only playing to your headphones.
I wonder. All right. We are currently streaming. So.
You know, we probably see. My brain's on improvements now. we probably should have Pokemon GO Podcast.com/Twitch as well. And a link on our page.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe even an embed. I'm not sure.
I wonder if there's an echo for you, because I think I'm capturing your audio twice.
Oh, well, I'm about to find out because
I'm
about to find out because all right, let's see. Check one. Hey, that's actually not much of a delay.
Is there an echo now?
No.
I had to mute the stream.
Nicole says, "Holy Mother of Echo." Okay, so you were listening back to the stream and it was looping.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See, I was listening. I just pulled it up. I'm listening right now. There's about maybe a 5-second delay.
Okay, we're gonna try this.
I can hear it.
It came through?
It came through.
Aha.
Echo. 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 Echo.
All right.
Echo.
Can you guys still hear Charles?
I just heard me.
Okay, because I muted the other source that would have been you. So then
it wasn't me.
Yeah, so now it's not you. Okay. So now those will play. However, they are the Rick and Morty one is ridiculously loud.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I'm going to play it right now. I won't be able to hear you.
I think we both played it. So it was really loud in your thing. Now that one, I think we both played it. Well, it says you played it, but when I was listening to the stream, that song had an echo itself. But every once in a while, the soundboard has an issue with echo on its own.
Okay. I might not want to include the audio for those until we fix that, because if someone plays the Rick and Morty one, we won't be able to hear each other. Like, I won't be able to hear you, and the stream won't be able to hear you.
All right. Let me see, what time is it? I can do this. You got all the notes in your trivia ready?
Notes are all copied over. I will get the trivia ready.
It's not Streamlabs. It's Twitch itself.
It wouldn't be in the podcast, Nicole, because the podcast is only recording what's going through the Zoom chat.
Yeah, so the sound bites won't play on. Yeah, I only heard it because I turned on the audio from the stream so I could hear it, but it wouldn't even get the recording that way either. Well, that's not true. It would, but it'd be the shittiest. It'd be the poopiest of recordings. Don't look over at me. Don't give me the dad eye. Charles. I caught it.
You know what's great is that when I look left to look at you, the stream is actually facing towards you.
Yeah, we're reversed on the stream. So I'd have to look that way to look at you. All right, got the chat open.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
We need to. So there's these things called points, channel points now.
Oh no! Oh yeah, we've got to set rewards for that. So we've got to redo our patron rewards.
Yeah,
we've got to do those rewards out the wazoo, people. Rewards out the wazoo. And this is why I turned my Instagram for Assorted Geekdom over to my little brother, because I just don't have time. And he claims he can get us a bajillion followers. All right, that's not quite what he said, but... He's like, look, my girlfriend has 21,000 followers on Instagram. I can get this done.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like, yeah, how many of those are bots?
Yeah, that's fair. And see the sort of geekdom, or even Pokemon Go. Yeah, I'm not picking on your show at all. Um, it is not a woman on Facebook, so not quite the same audience there.
His
Not
girlfriend
Facebook, Instagram.
his girlfriend does, like, she's trying to be an influencer,
Mm-hmm.
and she's doing um, cosmetic sponsorships targeted at curvy women.
Yeah, so I don't think sort of geekdom is really going to resonate as much with that crowd. I'm not saying it won't resonate at all with that crowd. I just
No, he's just saying he can apply the techniques that he's learned from that to
okay.
a sort of geekdom. The microphone.
Never hurts to try.
I need to get a new boom arm. This one's like a $10 cheapo one that I'm always worried he's going to drop my mic. And I really don't want to drop this mic.
Yeah, no. What'd you end up doing with the other mic?
The Blue Yeti,
Mm-hmm.
it's sitting in a box right over there. Like I said, I consider that the network's property because you just mailed it to me. I didn't pay for it.
Yeah. Hold on to it. I mean, use it if you need to. Just hold on to it until a need arises. No sense in shuffling it around unnecessarily.
No, I figure if you don't need it before that, I would just bring it to Dragon Con and give it to you.
Sure.
Since you don't have, 40 million other things to keep track of during that weekend. No, I would just.
So pissed. I am still so pissed about those memory cards. I have no idea where they are. Just gone. $80 in memory cards. Pissed me off, man.
I didn't know the memory cards disappeared.
I bought big ones for the cameras. And they were like
those
100,
ones.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
Got it.
Like 128 gig flash cards to go into the cameras. And we made do with the 32 gig ones we had, but
they were
specifically bought.
They were only 16.
16 gig one. Yeah, shoot.
That was
I made do with those, but we had 128 gig cards, and I know I saw them come in. I inventoried them. I was pretty sure I put them in the bin because that's what I always do. Nowhere, just nowhere.
Yeah. You know what we should do?
What's that?
We should keep track of who says they want recordings of their shows, and then if we do end up getting GSTU branded flash drives, we can just do that for the people who actually specified they wanted them.
Hey, how's that Raspberry Pi coming? Because come next week or so, I'm going to be shuffle pumping some schedules around.
This
I don't even know what that word is.
The actual scheduling portion is going to be delayed, but the submitting portion is just about ready, other than the actual Pi itself is giving me issues.
Man, Joe, if you don't bite off more than you can chew, you're not part of GSTU, man. I'm telling you.
I'm trying to eat the whole elephant in one bite.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's how we do.
I've tried to eat the whole fan pea in one bite.
All right, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, are you putting another link in?
Nope.
Oh.
This is break time.
But what if we don't do it in that order?
Basically, as soon as we hit 5, Joe. You put them in. How are you going to go out of the order you put them in? 5. The number is 5 tonight, Joe. The magic number is 5. All right, that's all we need to know.
Oh, man. Yeah, because actually, I want to start. I should actually put some numbers in this, huh?
And I should. Actually, we need to get going. I want to pull this up so it'll be there for me. I'll be there for you.
Cause you're there for me to do.
Hey, did you get the new Pokemon Sword, shield, tank, and gun, or whatever it is.
Sword, shield, tank, gun. Verizon? I didn't get Verizon yet. That's what you call them, right?
Yeah. No, I mean the actual Switch game, Sword and Shield.
Oh, no. I
Because
didn't
if it
get
was
Verizon.
asking something about it the other day.
Oh,
I
was
think
he?
I think Joe's waiting until Christmas.
Yeah. Well, and I haven't played my Switch in a couple weeks, so I've got like 6 or 7 Switch games that I haven't even played yet. I need to get on that. Uh, da, da.
That's yeah, you do. All right, we're gonna get going here. Let me get rid of the smack gum there. Welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast, your number one news source for other news and reviews and tips and techniques to help you catch them all. I have the Rock Out Podcasting Charles McFall and the man over there with red and blue going on because somehow that's not Northern Aggression, is Star Wars related. Joe
Didn't realize it had anything to do with quote unquote.
I have no idea. It's
Northern
actually blue and the
aggression.
gray. I don't know. I don't know. But hey, man. So
It's not
I'm
Star
sure this
Wars.
is
What are you
something.
talking about? There's Valor and there's Mystic.
This
This is for us.
now that I would get. You mentioned Star Wars, like I know I'm probably missing something that's obvious, but I don't know why the red and the blue is there. When you said something
Red
about
and
Star Wars.
blue are iconic Star Wars colors. You can
Oh,
call yourself a
lightsabers. Well, you know,
fan.
there's green and purple and Skittles and Snickers
And
flavored ones
Skittles.
and all that. I don't know. Joseph, what is your experience of the week?
So this wasn't on the podcast, but it was at the very end of the stream, and only the stream was able to see it. But I got a new shiny last week from my house. So I got the Green Bull, not to be confused with Red Bull, the Green Bull Tauros, which he's dead right now. I should probably revive him. But anyway,
That's I know what you mean, but it took a second. I was like, that's kind of random.
yeah. So I got him, and I did a bunch um, of rocket. I keep wanting to call them raids, but rocket grunt battles. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play on the community day as much as I would have liked. We had our 7-month-old had surgery last week, and one of our other boys
That's
got
right. Yes.
sick.
How'd that go?
It went good, no complications, and he seems to be mostly back to his normal self. So, yep. Oh, but I did catch another Heatmore here at my house this past week, so that was cool.
Right.
And I hate that all my experiences are, oh, this was at my house. This was at my house. I did get out and play.
Sure.
You're like, yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
That's cool. I played actually active. I'm looking at this picture from Terry Wolf with Rayquaza as his pal. I mean that's that. So that's actually what I was about to talk about. So this morning, I know we got a headline, I'm sure, but this morning they launched the new buddy system. So for a good 10 minutes, I played with it because I knew we were going to talk about it on the show. I want to see what it's like. And I see my mind went opposite first. Terry went to the second place my mind went, which is, ooh, what are these giants? What do they look like in the game? My first guess what my first thought for the buddy system was, Joe.
What
does Magikarp look like? It followed you around.
So that
and
you
I haven't
can
had
drag
time.
him around.
Yeah, I know, right? Because I always said that, right? You just put a leash on. Remember the Magic-Cat? What was it? What do we call it? When I was doing the Magikarp walking, trying to get all the candies, and we did the updates every week. I can't remember.
The Magikarp watch,
something like that. Magic Watch or something. Yeah, Carp Watch 2018 or whatever it was. Okay, I know. Marcus Red, go away. I hate that. But yeah, I played with that. It is interesting. I do like how it looks on the map. Other than that, I don't care. But I see why people would. I absolutely see. Oh no, this is where is our freaking experiences of the week in our Discord? Am I missing something here?
I don't know. It's
There it is. I am missing it. I just kept scrolling past and I can't find it. Um. So yeah, it is an interesting thing that they have there. Beyond that, I don't think I did the weekend as much as I could. Zero shinies. Zero. Now I did not get to go out and spend like an hour just playing on the how you do, right, for community day. Just walk around and do it. But during those times, both days, I was out and about. I was actively, throwing Pokeballs. I'm at stops where somebody's already lured them up. So I was actually playing. Zero Pokemon shinies, man. It was so annoying. But did you for your were you more or less tied up with the kids for the community day, or did you?
I was, but I did go through and evolve about a dozen Pokemon so I could get their community day moves.
See, I just got a heart popped up from my buddy Walt. Together, just got one heart. Play together, give your buddy a treat, take a snapshot. Sorry, buddy, battle together is not going to happen very often.
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Oh, I mean snapshot.
Yes, yeah, sure, that's what you meant. Um, he wants berries. See, he's not even out on the map because he's hungry now. His little red rings has all gone down. And I'm not going to do it right now in the while we're doing the show. But it's an interesting thing. I know we're going to talk more about it but that's basically my biggest experience this week was, hey, that launched this morning. Hey, that's pretty cool.
It launched for you this morning. They
When
gave it
that-
to level 40s first.
Okay, well, like everything else, they just. So what did you get last night?
I don't know. I actually didn't even bother testing it out.
Yeah, 'cause the
until we
news-
just started streaming.
News literally dropped yesterday in the game, so I know it wasn't long after. It wasn't too far. You couldn't have been like last week or anything. So I'm trying to find where we left off. Oh, that's all the way back in November. We don't want to go that far back.
For the experiences,
Yeah, we're going back to 12/12.
there hasn't actually been any from this past week. If you look at it, right?
If you look at the experiences of the week.
Oh no, there it is. Never mind.
Oh,
One from Terry with
Popeye. Did you see the one from Popeye?
Popeye the Sailor.
705. Got a
First
green
raid.
Verizon. First raid, yeah.
We're
Yeah,
just gonna call it Verizon from now on, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Fabian hatched Beldum. And then
Shiny.
basically,
But after the event
it?
ended, so he wasn't able
I see it
to
now.
evolve it up.
yeah. But if you in our main chat though, you got a lot of cool pics from Terry Wolf where he's playing with the different Pokemon. Man, they really, although it's not perfect, they really do great with the size differences. Moltres, he's I think that's Moltres. He's flying way high over your character.
You're flying high.
Joe, get you some caffeine. So Joe tells me before the show starts, okay, I just want to let you know, I'm not caffeine crazy. I'm sleep deprived crazy because I got like 4 hours of sleep last night, and like that's when you drink the caffeine, Joe, and it balances, man. That's how that works.
Yeah. The baby's sleep habit, although he's acting normal, his sleep habits are not normal yet. So
Yeah. All right. So the first one you have down here is Lucario versus Machamp.
yes, but do you even remember who Lucario is?
Not in the slightest. Actually, no. Yeah, I remember. No. He's a new fighting type, whatever that's going to take over the game.
We talked about this.
I know last week.
Yep.
Yes.
And he's on the newer Smash Brothers games.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, well,
I mean, by contract, I have to say I don't pay attention to anything. But I remember we talked about last week.
Yeah. So Lucario, the short answer is yes, he is the best fighting type in the game. However.
But wait, there's Myrrh.
Myrrh? What about frankincense or gold?
That's it. You got there. You got there. You know where I went there. Stupid joke, but it worked.
So Riolo candy being relatively rare, unless you're, Terry Wolf, you're probably not going to get a 6-man team of Lucarios. Conkeldurr is not even out yet, and we don't know how rare he will end up being. So those two will beat Machamp as far as just stats go. But you also have to look at the investment cost. And that's what this post is about, and that's why I like it. And so they're comparing a level 30 Lucario and a level 40 Lucario. And the level 30 is there because it's the hypothetical situation where you just don't have the candy to power it up all the way. Whereas Machamp, he's been around since the get-go. Machamp,
Right.
And he's been in a ton of different boosted events. So most people have plenty of Machamps. I mean, I've trashed Machamps, but I still have, I don't know, 11, 12? Nope, 13. I have 13 Machamps that I'm sitting on, just in case people want to trade. And well, no one wants to trade, so I should probably just trash some of these, but or give them to you.
I've got Machamps. I got 3 Machamps, and I've got 2 or 3 Machops or whatever.
Okay,
yeah.
So yeah, I should give like 3 of them to you. Got it. And so the comparison here is a level 30 Lucario versus a level 40 Machamp, and of course the level 40 Machamp wins, but actually not by a huge margin. And so they have further breakdowns, but basically Lucario needs to be roughly level 34 to 35 before he breaks even or surpasses a level 40 Machamp. And so getting the Stardust and the candy required to power him up that far is going to be a stretch in and of itself. And so while, yes, Lucario is better, how much better is something to debate, really. And they actually broke it down in space of time. So the first comparison they had here is actually a hypothetical battle against a Blissey. And Machamp is 4.3 seconds slower. Is that right? Yeah. No, 4.8 seconds slower. Then a level 40 Machamp is 4.8 seconds slower than a level 40 Lucario in taking down a Blissey in a gym, in a simulated
And I
battle.
can see where that might play into the. We said in simulated gym, but in the PvP battle. Well, I guess there's a clock in the gym.
Well, yeah. So
is there? Yeah, there's a little bit of a clock in this, but 4 seconds, is that out of what is it, 90 that the whole match runs?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as
Sure.
gym
I mean, I
battling,
can see it, I guess.
it could make a difference for raids. And so it definitely could make a difference. The question is, do you want to spend all of that candy and Stardust? And for a lot of people, it would be rare candy. So,
I mean, I didn't think you were asking me personally because you should already know the answer to that. So,
well, it's personal preference. I probably
it is. Yeah,
I probably won't go crazy on it, but I wouldn't mind having at least one Lucario that's fully powered up. So,
I would like to have just one Lucario. Period. I'm good with that.
do you even have a Riolu?
I don't think so. Pokemon search Riolu. How do you spell that? R-E or R-I?
R-I.
Yeah, then no, I don't.
R-I-O.
Yeah,
you can look on my screen and look at how awesome he is.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Okay. You do you.
I will.
Now, if you do get a Riolu and you want to power him up to a Lucario, it might be worth it to invest the 25 candy to get a new attack while he's still a Riolu. Because if you try to give a Lucario a second attack, it's going to cost 75 candy and 75,000 Stardust versus the 10,000 Stardust and the 25 candy for a Riolu. Because babies take less to
You're
get
put in the corner.
that new attack.
You mean the lower baby, or like just hasn't evolved first level Pokemon?
Baby.
Okay.
Yes. So you have ones that hatch in their lowest form comes from hatching.
Gotcha.
Like Pichu takes 20 actually, yeah, 25 candy and 10,000 Stardust. But
Well, while we're looking at these kind of analyses and battles, what about we've got to rebalance the rocket battles. Although I've only hit one that I really couldn't handle. But not
which
that
one was
I
it?
definitely Snorlax.
That
I
makes
got
sense.
through 1.5 and that was it. It wasn't going to happen. Um, but and it's not like I play on the level you play. When I try, and my luck is every time I check it, it's not there. The 10th time I check it, don't check it. 9 times I check it, 10th time I don't, it's there. And yeah. But I've actually I caught one battle the other day where I could drive over. I was on my way somewhere, but I could pull over real quick, spin it, trigger the battle, and then just leave it and drive to where I was going. When I got to where I was going, I could fight the rocket thing because you'd already spun the battle. Once the battle's triggered, it's just there. Much like catching a Pokemon. So I think I can tell you how many I fought because I can look at that medal. Let's see here. No, I want this. Where are my medals? There they are. Okay. Team Rocket 19. I have fought 19 Team Rockets. So to get bronze, you have to fight 100. So yeah, that just tells you my experience of why I'm not finding ones that were too tough because I'm just not battling all that much. But what's this rebalance? Is it easier? Is it a little bit harder? How does that work?
No, that's not at all what this is about.
That's literally in games what balance is. Why would you call it a rebalance if it has nothing to do with the difficulty?
So last week, Niantic rebalanced a bunch of moves. And so this is talking about which Pokemon are now good generalists against Team Rocket. So that's what this is. And so Kyogre, 100% is the top tier water attacker right now. Dragonite, now that he has his legacy moves, is doing pretty good as well. Lucario, of course, which he's been hyped out the wazoo. Melmetal got a new fighting type move called Super Powered, and so that should actually put him as a decent contender against some of these lineups, specifically Sierra's Lapras or Cliff's Snorlax. And then Heatran got Flamethrower in its move pool, so that is pretty nice. Makes Scizor a lot easier to handle. But yeah, in general, a lot of these new moves have, or I guess rebalanced moves have mixed up the meta quite a bit, which is both a good thing and also a point of frustration for those that have hyper tuned their Pokemon to have it exactly how they wanted it, and now everything's mixed up and they need to change it all again. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
It is kind of what I thought it was going to be. It's not that they made the battles easier or harder, but the rebalance still had to do with the difficulties because of the new powers and what's better and worse and those kind of things.
Firepower.
Firepower. And then I love the Night at the Museum movies. Those are so great. I just can't get enough of them. So along those same lines, right? In PvE and PvP formats. We got this by Contrav T from Reddit. The best Pokemon in the game. This is the newest version.
Yeah, Contrav T does a really good job of keeping this up to date. We've shared versions of this in the past. This is the newest version. But
Yeah.
they've laid out a bunch, one for every type. So these are all infographics, one for every type, one as a general. These are great investments, and just yeah, ton of information here, ton of information. And then down towards the bottom, they also set up great picks for the different leagues. So Great League, Ultra League, and Master League as well. And
Master Blaster.
yeah, so if you have a chance, come in and take a look. And it's not just Pokemon that are currently available. Some of these are not yet available, but their stats are known, and they've made it onto the list as well. For instance, Volcarona is on there, and a lot of the legendaries are on there. Reshiram, Zekrom, and the Landorus duo, and so yeah. We will provide the link in our show notes. Hop out there and take a look. Are there any that surprise you?
No, because I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. I'm trying to feed a stupid Pokemon that says it's too close. I mean, okay, now I'm going to jump ahead, right? I'm going to jump ahead. I was like, it's asking for berries. I'll see if it, because if you do,
you
like,
got to throw it.
Now listen, Linda, listen. If you, with the AR, right? If I'm just going to catch one, I turn the AR, it'll be scaled to basically what it would be if it was just non-AR, right? Just a little sprite on your desk. Your buddy is not that way. So we're going to jump ahead a little bit to talk about the buddy a little bit more here.
It worked that way for me. You probably have AR Plus turned on. I had it aimed at my keyboard.
And my buddy is shield on. So I literally just pulled up, stop it. He's going to try to come out, go away. So yeah, I mean, I can't quite touch my screen, and the footprints on my screen. I'm like, okay, I'll just put him on the screen, feed him a few berries, and then he'll quit trying to bug me for berries right now while I'm trying to do the show. And I did, and it's like a cat. Shieldon just popped right up, and he was like in my face. He's like, you're too close. But here's what I love about it, and it might be AR plus. I love it. Here's what I love about it, Joe, is one, he's like in my face like a real pet because it's so close where it said he should be. The camera blurred it. Like it couldn't focus on him. And you might have seen me, if you're watching the Twitch, you might have seen me leaning back, pulling my phone tight, because just like in real life, if I pulled it back from where it was supposed to be sitting, the camera focused in better. But there's no room to actually throw it because he's like in my face. It was a really cool effect. I was like, all right.
See, now that I said that, it's telling me it's too close.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm not going to, another reason not to do it during the show, right? Because it's going to distract us from the recording and talking about stuff. But it is a new feature. And so I think it's relevant to right now what we're talking about. And we're going to get to a little bit more in depth with the headline on that. But it's one step closer to really altered reality, right? I mean, you still haven't looked through the phone, so it's always going to be altered, but they're getting closer and closer to, it's still cartoony, but can you imagine, Joe, maybe another generation up on phones like the iPhone 12, right, where technology is just that much better, because we know every generation it jumps a huge leap, that it's going to look like Detective Pikachu level graphics when you have your buddy out on your desk, you know? And then beyond that, it's the altered part
and
is
then we're gonna genetically engineer them, and then we'll have.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I get a pet Mew, but that Mewtwo, but that's all I'm gonna say about that.
But then we have the moral issues of, should we really be fighting them? I mean,
no, we don't. That's what they're bred for. There's no morality to it at all.
Okay,
all right, before I go get a nap, Joe. Holy cow. I'm the one who offends people. You're the good guy. Stop it. So now, when this says "I found" on this next headline, did you find it, or is this the headline from somebody who found it?
I did not find it.
Okay, so cool new
Someone
raid counter guide that
else
somebody
found it.
found. Okay,
And
I'm just making sure.
the person that found it is El Gringo Suave.
Ah, El Gringo, suave.
What was
I
that?
like this one too. Oh, Rico Suave from the '80s. Come on. Joe, we gotta educate you, man.
I was born
Uh,
in the 80s.
so, and Nicole is confirming in the chat, going back to the buddies, that it is an AR Plus thing. It's just an overlay if you turn it off. But I liked it. This guide from El Gringo Suave found, it's almost like chalk drawings. I dig it. It's like chalk doodles.
I like it. And
yeah.
especially the pink Moltres. Well, I mean, most of these are shiny, but I know you love the pink Moltres. So.
I do. I do. So it's a lot of flight here against Verizon.
Yeah.
Nothing runs like a Verizon. And that's what he says. It's literally spelled Verizon at the bottom. I love this dude. Captain Goldfish, you're my hero. You are my hero, Captain Goldfish, because it's literally Murkrow popping out going, nothing runs like a Verizon.
Yeah. So the reason why you're seeing all these flying types against it, because these grass fighting, so flying is 4 times effective.
All right. Gotcha. I always have to look to see if I have the Mewtwo with the Legacy. Let's see. Mewtwo. Only have one. I got Psycho Cut and Psychic. So not Psystrike. Psystrike would be the
That's
Legacy.
okay. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
As long as it's double Psychic, you're fine.
Yeah. I'll be fine. So very cool here. You got what? Rayquaza, Honchkrow. You just said his name. I'm blanking now. Fire Pinky. Moltres, thank you. The new pigeon that's not Pidgeotto, so it's confusing as crap. Mewtwo, and then the flying stingray.
The flying stingray.
That's what it is. Togekiss.
Togekiss.
But it's a flying stingray. I mean, his mouth and eyes are on the bottom and everything.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? I mean, this is a little off topic, but you know what gets my hackles up?
No, Joe, I really don't. What gets your hackles up?
The new update broke searching for specific... Oh, it's back. They fixed it. Woo! Okay, my hackles are no longer up. For a hot minute, searching for specific assessments. Assessments is the wrong word. What word am I thinking of?
Hackles?
Appraisals. Specific appraisals was broken, so you couldn't do 0 star, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. So, yeah.
Oh, I gotcha. So now you could actually do it.
But they fixed it.
I did it wrong. I hate when I do it wrong. I tried to put it in the title. No, I did it right.
It just doesn't like you.
It just doesn't like me. It's not triggering.
It's probably because Nicole blocked you.
There it is. It just took a second. Okay, now you can't bring the chalk drawings to the table without getting the Flork F cow, or I think it's supposed to be Flork of, but in the headline, yeah. Thank you, El Gringo Suave.
El Gringo Suave.
Yeah, he always comes through on this one.
You know what I forgot to mention? We're talking about rating, and it made me remember. I'm a little out of it today. I'm sorry. We mentioned this already. You're not the only one getting trolled with EX raid passes.
Now will be clear. I love when somebody from halfway around the world sends me an X raid pass. It just makes me smile. I was like, all right, I know I don't open the gifts as much as I should. I run out of them, so I don't give them out as much as I would like to. So I always smile when I get it. But who else are you starting to get them now, Joe?
Owen's the Prince for London, England. Apparently the Princess Diana Memorial Walk.
He sent you a raid invite.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for awesome. Next Thursday.
I had one come up yesterday or today, and It didn't even give me the option to accept it. It just said decline. So maybe I didn't look at the date. So maybe it had been sent to me, and I missed the date. And obviously, all you can
Either
do is
that or it
decline.
got canceled.
Oh, okay. But I mean, I was going to decline it anyway. I mean, I guess I could accept it. It gives you experience either way, and it just makes the invite invalid. So once you send it, you can't resend it if I decline it. I might start freaking some people out, start randomly accepting them, and see if they never know who will show up. But yeah, no, I like it. I think it's cool. It's a yours came from me. I think my favorite came from Italy. I think somebody in Italy sent me one to raid. I'm like, yeah, send the airplane ticket. I'm there. I will not turn down a trip to Italy. For sure, Barry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it Barry that sent it to you on one of his numerous vacations?
I believe it's Barbara. I never quite say the
Barbara
name.
Manity?
Barbara. No. Friends. I got friends. Crap. Is this under the name? Let's go with name and then reverse it. Don't want to try to pronounce it correctly. I have to look at it to do that. Barba Blue is who I believe sent it to me, and Barba Blue is out of. Well, they're sending me stuff from Frascati, Lazio, Italy. I'm sure I did not say Frascati right. Lazio, probably Frascati, Lazio, Italy. So I'm guessing.
You just gotta say mozzarella, and it's all good, right?
Wow. Okay, I would pick on that, but I'm looking back at this fork of cows for Verizon. Everybody's calling it Verizon. I have started something, Joe. I have changed the world. Everybody's running Verizon on these things. I dig it so hard. But what got me
I'm sure you were the first one to ever call it Verizon.
Yes.
Ever.
And S.
That's all.
Yes. But he's got a KFC bucket and a hot dog. So that's going to distract me from your highly insensitive remarks here. What's
the KFC bucket is Blaziken and the hot dog is Entei.
That's hilarious. But why is Entei? Because he's a dog and he's a fire dog, I guess.
So Verizon is grass fighting.
We talked about that, yeah.
So grass type is weak to fire. So that's why there's some fire people down there.
If you hate flying types, which is awesome. Okay, now the one I honestly do not recognize. What's the purple double-tailed rat? Funny.
Espeon?
Okay, Fork and Cows, I can normally get behind your art. That is not Espeon. You got to step up your game. You're gonna have to step. The rest of this, 100% get. That one,
especially the best burb.
Yeah, burb. I love it. Yeah, I love the Mardi Gras pigeon. I love that style. I love that Lugia just looks so freaking awkward. It can't do anything, which is about right if you're playing with Lugia. Which, by the way, is that a headline? Am I about to spoil a headline? I'm not scanning that fast.
Oh no, Lugia, I didn't put it in there. It popped up.
Why are we getting a Lugia raid day?
Because
that's like getting a Hippie Eevee raid day.
They knew you got one for free and needed another one because you've never raided for it.
That is true. They're
like, one of these times we'll trick him. He will raid.
So we got a few more headlines, but Joe needs to get some caffeine.
Should we talk about the Lugia and Ho-Oh raid since you brought it up? Because it's not one of the headlines we have listed.
Fine.
But it was announced today that there will be a special Lugia and Ho-Oh raid weekend starting tomorrow. So that's December 20th and ending on December 23rd. And actually, we did talk about this a little bit because there were some people that were miffed because it's they're missing out on some time because of sleep. Well, not because of sleep. But
we talked about
because overnight. Yeah, because overnight there's no raids that spawn. But yeah, so that is because
that's true around the world.
It's not localized.
I know, but you're still missing out on the same 12 hours everybody else is missing out on. I want to see the math that says
I don't know. I'm not
U.S. of America gets more hours than Austria. That's what I want to see.
Because people in Texas said so. Bigger is better. Um, but yeah, so that is this weekend. Get out there or don't, because Charles won't. So
No, not at all. I got so much going on this weekend. It's stupid crazy. Coming up on Christmas is coming next week. The next show we do is going to be post Christmas, where Joe's going to show off the fact that he is a shiny Moltres, and he's
I
going to
am
have
a
all
shiny Moltres.
paint. Yeah,
How dare you? That is Valor Bird. I am not. I am a shiny Articuno.
Joe, we would not have gotten along and stayed together as long as we have on the show if you weren't in your heart a mean SOB Valor loving dude. I'll just say
No,
it.
I'm too far south to be an Articuno. I'd melt. Um,
Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break so Joe can get some caffeine, and we'll be back in just a moment. Oh, yeah, I'm going to try putting markers.
Dr. Pepper.
All right. And we're back in. Thanks for sitting tight for us. He actually did run and get some caffeine, and it's going to be an interesting second half. We gave him the coach's pep talk from Any Given Sunday. Life is a game of inches. Love that speech. All right, so but here's we're moving on to some more headlines.
I think I saw that in the theater and fell asleep.
I hate you so much. That's like I'm not even a foosball fan, and that's like the greatest freaking movie. It's the only Oliver Stone movie. Anyway, you're getting
Oh man, if there was foosball in it, I definitely would have stayed awake.
Oh Lord, we're gonna educate Joe hard at Dragon Con. All right, but community note: Pokemon can now be found in more places around the world. So that tells me that they have started pushing new countries, right?
Sure. If that's what it tells you, that must be what happened.
That's what the headline tells me. Because it's not in all the countries around the world. And for a while, we were actually seeing, oh, hey, now Brazil has it. Oh, nay, how now? Whatever country has it. Or is it just talking about migrations?
Looks
like it's just talking
good
about
migrations.
Okay, so they're not adding new countries, which is what I hoped for players in countries that don't have it. Is talking about more migrations around the world to shuffle the deck and let you get more access to different Pokemon. Not as exciting as I thought it would be, Joe.
Not even close. And they don't even really give any specifics. And so it's like, okay, what does that even mean? And so they're just saying, look, there were some places that were densely populated, and so now those Pokemon are going to be spread out a bit more. And so basically all it says is they're reworking the spawn points is what it means to me.
Yeah, no, I mean that makes sense. Because Fabian in our experience this week is like, oh, I got a shiny Beldum. Well, I mean, even outside of Community Day, Beldum are still fairly popular here where I am.
That's because we don't get snow here, and snowy weather boosts them.
Then why would they be popular here? We do get a little snow. We get cold, so it gets boost. He doesn't get snow.
Yeah, and they're psychic too. What is it? Windy boost psychic?
I don't know. Why would wind boost psychic? Wind should boost flying.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not wrong.
Every weather type boosts like two to three different types. So it does boost flying. I think
I don't know.
Windy.
It's getting too complicated.
I'd have to look. It's been a hot minute since I've checked what does what. It might be Cloudy, psychic's a weird one because it doesn't logically have a weather condition where it would make sense.
This game has got to the point that I feel like I need to listen to a podcast just to be educated enough to do this podcast. Is I don't is it's layer on top of layer on top of holy. And I know there's more than one person out there who has every detail memorized easily. They can tell us what boosts what and what shows up more and more.
You made me doubt myself. It is windy weather that boosts psychic. You jerk face. You filthy animal.
Shut up, you filthy animal. Yes. Drink your Dr. Pepper and move on. But yeah, no, I mean, and kudos to you if you're that person in this world who knows all the ins and outs of Pokemon Go and where things spawn and how often they move. But it is in my tired brain. And now, I mean, I can tell you a little bit more about stuff I am more involved with, right? I can tell you a bit more about the lore of God of War, say, because I've played all those multiple times, so on and so forth. So I get it, but from a casual standpoint, it is so much. I was like, hey, look, I can pet my buddy now. Woo! Here's a berry, buddy. I'm good to go. You know, that's the layer I'm good with. So Joe, sleep more and drink some Dr. Pepper because you're the one who's got to bring this migration stuff to the table. And now, speaking of those buddy adventures, here, see now look at the graphics. I'm not going to play the video, obviously, but if you click on the link and Joe's putting it in the Twitch, it'll be in their show notes for the podcast. They are using highly rendered models, not quite to Detective Pikachu levels, but that's even what I'm talking about. Even if we got to that level of polish,
when it's paused, they look like Thanksgiving Day parade balloons.
Yeah, a little bit, a little shiny. Yeah, a little not real there, but yeah. And then as you scroll down and get the picture, that's more like it, more cartoony there.
I just started to hit play on it, and then I realized all of that audio is going to
go right into the stream. That's beautiful.
So let's stop that right there.
So, you did not play with this at all until right before the show or right after we started the show.
Yeah, when we started the show, but I've already fed him like a dozen treats, so I'm trying to make him fat.
Well, okay, so here's something I've already learned: is it won't matter if once you fill out that red bar, you got that you gotta let that red bar wind down before you get more treats. Of course,
it doesn't actually matter because.
No, don't even say they're not real, Santa Claus. We're talking about in the game for progress. You won't get extra hearts by just cramming. Joe, let me explain how babies work. When they're hungry, they will let you know they're hungry. If you just try to shove mashed up berries into their face, it will not work. You're not going to get extra hearts, Joe. You got to let the red bar around that circle around them now to come down.
Yeah, but you can still just dangle the food in front of them and tease them.
Why have we swapped roles tonight? I do not understand. I don't like being the smart one. I don't like knowing the crap about this game. So here's the other little interesting fact about it, right? It's very touch sensitive to the area because if you hit the buddy, you pull the buddy up directly, and that's how you get to the play menu. And you see their hearts and the progress, so on and so forth.
And if you go into your settings and turn off AR Plus, then you don't have it telling you that your buddy is too far away.
Yeah, but then honestly, it's not as fun. It's not as cool if you do that, in my opinion. Now, I don't turn on AR Plus or anything else. Yeah, I don't use it for the catching or any of that other stuff. But I did actually dug it with this. This was cool. And there are levels to unlock.
There are.
And how do I find my level? Stop it. What are you doing? No, I didn't.
Click on your Pokemon and you can look at the levels.
Oh, there it is at the top. So the name of your buddy's at the top left corner, and then you got your hearts just like buddies in the game.
And
right?
He is my good buddy.
So you get adventuring buddy. You unlock when you get good buddy, which is the first thing you get as soon as you give him some berries.
When you get good?
Yeah, you get the adventuring buddy in readable mood. Then the next one up, you'll unlock catch assist and find presents, which actually has me a little excited. Like, okay, I like presents. I like this. Then the third level, which is Ultra Buddy, gets find locations, find souvenirs. Again, souvenirs new to the game, right?
And then
And
the
then
best buddies.
and I'm wondering about find locations, if it'll help you track down, basically spawn more
Your
Pokemon.
buddy will let you know about interesting locations nearby.
That doesn't really help. I know I can read, but
Nearby.
Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to do. But then when you get to best buddies, you get the CP boost and a best buddy ribbon. Yay. So interesting things.
Live your
And you can
best buddy life.
You can swap your buddy 20 more times today, is what it says.
Is that all? Only 20 times?
20 more times.
20 more times.
And then you have today's activity and total activities overall.
Yeah. And then you saw all the different things that you can get hearts for, right?
Yep, we got Walt. Get the screen up right now, Joe.
Just
walk together. Give your buddy a treat. Well, so walk together is 3 hearts. And with this one, it's 2K. Give your buddy a treat is 3 hearts. Play together is 1 heart. Which play together on the shield on was just okay. The way I was about to say that was going to come off wrong. How do I say it right? Was just petting him like a dog, basically. I don't know if the other ones do anything different, but shield on was very much just as soon as I put my finger on the screen, he puts his head down, and you just like scratch behind his ear, and then bling. He got happy and it popped up a smile face. And I got a heart. Battle together. And this is a daily. These are on the dailies. So you can presumably every day you can reset. It'll reset. And you earn more hearts and that kind of thing.
You can
battle
earn
together,
up to 10 hearts a day.
Take a snapshot and then of course visit a new place. So I'm wondering now, because I've played those games, right? Where one of my favorite things when Facebook first started doing games was the fish aquarium. You had a nice cartoon aquarium. I'd go and feed it. Well, if you get busy and you don't feed them, they die. Will our Pokemon die if we don't get in there and give them berries and stuff?
We haven't given them berries for 3.5 years. I think they'll be okay. Well, I guess if you put them in a gym, you could feed them berries before, but you didn't visit the gym very often, so.
Well, you don't even have to visit now to feed them berries.
January's coming up. New year, new you.
No.
Go to the gym more.
No. That's a hard pass. That gym membership in Pokemon is way more expensive than the gym membership in the real world. The all the guilt and the judgment. I already get enough judgment. We don't even read iTunes reviews anymore. All the judgment I get. I'm not about to join a gym.
If you put an iTunes review out there and you say nice things, I will read it. I promise. Charles won't, but I'll read it.
Nice things.
I'll read it on air and make Charles listen to it.
So there's a new dev blog, and it's also talking about the buddy adventures here. Yeah, I'm not going to read this. This is a lot to read right now. I mean, I'll probably read it later, but not on the show. You don't
want to read it? You want to read all of it?
No.
Just look at the nice picture. Look at all those plush plush Pokemon.
I knew you were gonna get on. Look at that Ditto. Now that Ditto plush, that's what the third or fourth picture down. That's solid, man.
It makes me want a Ditto beanbag chair.
That's kind of what I think it is. I mean, it's small for a beanbag chair, but it kind of looks like a Ditto beanbag chair
for ants.
Are you looking at the same picture I'm looking at? I don't think you are.
All right, fine.
Look at the top picture. It's the top picture.
A baby could be on there.
Oh my god.
I'm a big man.
Joe, if you don't get some sleep next week, I'm gonna strangle you. That's just.
You'd have to come to Chattanooga.
I've been there. I know where you live. I could take you to Chicago for a day.
No, if any of these pictures, the very last picture, that Snorlax would make the best chair out of all of the stuffed animals that are there.
No, see, I thought the Snorlax would be that dad move where your kids, because your kids are 3 and 5, the older ones,
5 and 7.
5 and 7. I had the space, but the year's wrong. So perfect. 5 and 7. Hey kids, we're gonna do a pillow fight, and you give them their little normal kid pillow sizes, and you whip out that Snorlax and you slam them against the wall. That'd be awesome. Now you don't pillow fight with your kids that way, just me? Okay.
apparently.
We'll call defects.
Hey, Wish.com has Snorlax feedback
Joe!
chairs for $37.
Focus, Joe. Focus. But put that link in the chat. Put that link in the notes because I'm sure our audience will actually want that. Okay, so there's a graphic for this buddy system to explain it. Yet, like Joe said, you can earn 10 hearts a day. It takes a little work, not much. It explains the different faces you'll get. I earned a happy face today with some berries. You can get from this looks like the kids' pain scale on the ambulance, but in this case, it goes from tired all the way up to excited. And see, the present says it contains items that can help you in your journey. I'm thinking that's going to be like the gifts that we get from our friends. Yeah?
No.
You don't think so?
I think it'll be evolution items.
Oh, that would be great. Speaking of which, I discovered today I have a Unova stone.
You want to know? So last week you named it? No, it was 2 weeks ago. No,
2 weeks ago.
The reason why you weren't getting Unova stones, and I told you this, and you were like,
I know,
I don't care. It's because you didn't do the hippie Eevee research boxes. They had Unova stones in them, and you were like, I don't care.
Nope. Not just pass. Not just a medium pass.
That's a hard pass.
Yep. And now the Ultra Buddy, if you look at it, it'll bring the souvenirs. And I don't think the souvenir, because souvenirs is something that really won't do anything for you in real life, right? You just keep it as a memento. So I'm curious if these will. I don't think these will do anything either, other than just kind of be cool.
I don't know. That wonky spring, I think, is going to be amazing. or the single pearl earring.
Oh, I got a title for you. You want the single pearl? Well, tell them what they win for the best buddies.
For the best buddies, what you win is the best buddy ribbon, and also your best buddy can get a CP boost in combat, making it stronger and more resistant in battles. But wait, if you buy now, you can get 2 for the price of. Oh wait,
I'm gonna mute you. Now the excited mood. So if you
can
work hard.
You can mute me on the chat. You can't mute me on the stream.
Crap. That's true. I forgot I don't have the power anymore.
I got the power.
But if you get your buddy up to excited mood, which is the top mood, right? It goes tired, dull, normal, happy, smile, fun, excited. The excited mood unlocks the distance it takes your buddy to find candy will be cut in half, which, especially with shield on, that would be worth it for me because I've been walking him for a while because I'm trying to get those candies. So earned hearts per action will double, and trainers can earn bonus hearts once you unlock that mood. So very cool. And saying you can swap your buddy 20 times a day. So if you're a real go-getter and you get those 10 hearts on your buddy and get that excited mood, either you keep it going and earn some bonus hearts for your friendship, and possibly you'll get that half candy, or you could swap out up to, so that'd be 21 Pokemon you could essentially buddy in a day, and 10 hearts, you max out. That's a lot. That is probably the most generous launch of anything that Niantic has done since the beginning.
Yeah, if you say so. The rewards are kind of meh.
I'm not talking about the Lord. Please forgive Joe for what I'm about to do to him. It's not about free is free. We don't know what they're going to do. So don't mad me on that stuff. But the whole, you can actually, instead of being, well, you get one buddy a day to do this on, you can actually do 21 buddies. That's 210 freaking hearts, Joe, in a day. You got time for that?
210 freaking hearts.
Do the hearts actually reset, though, when you switch buddies? I haven't tried it.
I would assume so.
I would assume not, because they're tasks for the day. It's not a task for a minute, right? It's not like walking. Well, see, the walking progress didn't reset. If you swap your buddy, and now the
walking progress resets.
No. If you've done the history, if you've done 10K,
the total walking doesn't reset, but the walking progress to get a candy resets.
But I don't think I think the hearts because it says today's. I know you're right, Nicole. It does say today's activities, but with that swapping out, I don't think so. I because your buddy doesn't reset when you don't play with them. Not your buddy, your friendship levels don't reset when you don't
See,
play
I
with
would
them for a
swap,
day.
but I have a 5K buddy, and I'm at 4.8 right now.
Let me see where I'm at so I can tell you. I'm at
In the
3.7 out of
words,
5. I can swap. I don't care.
in the
Swap,
words
buddy.
of your
All right.
best friend Shia LaBeouf, just do it.
All right. Slack off. You are now my buddy. Let's play together again. Sometimes it says. Then it swaps them out, throws the Pokeball, slack off. I choose you. And he's just
And the
laying there.
hearts are reset.
For slack off,
Ooh.
yes, because I didn't have any hearts. Now,
Yeah, like I said. Oh,
let me
if you
go to
switch
Shield on.
back.
I'm switching back to Shield on.
No, I bet when you switch back, they will not reset. So yeah, I think
That's what I was talking
I think
about.
we were talking about two different things.
Well, no, you're not going to carry heart progress over to somebody you didn't play with, Joe. And no, Nicole, officially they do not reset. I just flop back to Shield on. That's a great question, Nicole. Thank you for asking that. Hey, Nathan, welcome. The hearts are right where I left them on Shield on. Oh, and guess what, Joe? I kept my 3.8 out of 5K walked on Sheldon. So they actually stopped that. It did used to reset when you swap before. It would say, "Hey, you're going to lose your progress." It didn't say that here. So when I put him back in, yeah. So they fixed that. So we learned something thanks to Nicole. Is that when now they fixed it? So you were right. I know you were right that when we swap before, because oh, are you sure you want to swap because you're going to lose your progress? No, now they're encouraging to swap through buddies because I kept my progress. I just realized that warning didn't even pop up. I kept my progress, and now the hearts definitely stay in place. So,
dun dun dun.
So soon. Now, here's the last little paragraph I want to read in this whole vein of buddies. After Buddy Adventure is available, which it is now, right? This little post was a little before that. There'll be even more to look forward to. Soon, your buddy will be able to meet your fellow trainers' buddies in shared AR experience mode. So you can sync up with 2 other trainers in AR Plus mode to take a group photo with your buddies together. That's actually kind of cool.
They've been
I will
teasing
say
that for a
that's kind
long
of
time.
cool. They have been, yeah, doing the sandbox or the play areas or whatever, and yeah, they've been talking about playing with your buddy and stuff for a while. Yeah,
they even had the little microphones or the not microphones speakers.
Yeah,
that you could hook up to your phone so that your buddy could make noises through your phone.
Yeah, that's also a hard pass, but I like the idea of it. It's kind of cool. All right, we got stuff to do tonight. So there's a Pokemon Go Christmas calendar. Is this an in-game thing where we're gonna get bonuses?
No, this is something made by our good friend Jacket K.
Oh, by the way, Rock God of Grub, that was funny, Jacket. That was funny. I on Twitter, I've actually officially been able to like and share it. I've been busy today, but I did see it and thought it was great. Although I noticed that Jacket K liked his own post, his own Twitter post, before I liked his Twitter post. So that just made me laugh.
Well, what you probably saw was me posting it on our Twitter.
I thought I saw where Jacket K said, well, maybe he liked our Twitter or whatever. All right, never mind. So Jacket K made this calendar, and it lays out where. Now you got me messed up, Joe. I can't speak. Lays out everything that's going to be happening per day.
You done messed up, Ron.
So go look at the calendar. It's linked in the notes. Moving on.
Yes, it is a
wonderful
very,
one.
very fun calendar, and it is full of Christmas joy.
Would you say it's adventurous?
Oh,
it's not even worth a no. It really isn't. All right. I'm not even going to go through. There's so much on this infographic. We do the weekly update by Wonderful One, and it's a lot of the same stuff. We've covered a lot.
I don't think he actually likes us.
Oh, that makes me sad. Now I got to reach out to Wonderful One. Like, hey man, listen to the show because that'd be awesome. So, but we got Speak Pipe to play when I get to that. But Jacket K's calendar actually will cover you to the end of the month. It's really good, and nothing's going to really change there.
Yep, and Cubchoo is released. Cuckoo.
And then I want to see what Nicole's saying here in the chat room.
Not until Christmas Eve.
Uh Nathan says, "What if you evolve your Pokemon?" I can't do, but I imagine it still keeps the
Charles can't evolve
progress.
his Pokemon.
Not my
He's
shield
got a
on.
he's got a special version of the game from his uncle Hanky that prevents him from ever evolving anything.
I want to mute you so bad, but it'll do no good. Tell us about the Gibble family. I feel like we're playing Family Feud. And on the right, we got the Gibble
Good answer. Good
family.
answer. So a Gibble, really, really weird. Uh, During the egg pool shakeup, his shiny form was released, which I've been operating under the assumption that we wouldn't get shiny Gibble until he had a community day. But yeah, shiny Gibble is out and about. So you can hatch him from 10k eggs, and you can also find shiny Gibble in the wild if you are one of the very, very lucky people to actually find him. So that is pretty
I've
sweet.
seen a few of the players, on my friends list. I have found them. I have not.
Yeah, shiny Garchomp, he's not different enough that I really care, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just a darker blue.
Shiny Gibble is pretty neat. But yeah, the Garchomp, I'm like, eh. It's kind of like the colors are just muted on shiny Garchomp.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, this is one of those that is just not that much different. Of course, the graphics are there. Uh, yeah. So, Joe.
Hey, Charles,
Hey, Joe.
you're the smart one tonight. Do you know what time it
Yeah.
is?
It is time for Not So Random Trivia.
Trivia. And tonight, I wanted to talk about Virizion, not to be confused with Verizon. Uh, it is the grassland Pokemon. It is the third member of the Swords of Justice that we have gotten. If you don't recall from previous random trivias, these are based roughly on the Three Musketeers, with Keldeo filling in for D'Artagnan as the number 4 member of the Swords of Justice. As we've talked about all evening, Virizion is a grass fighting type Pokemon. Its Pokedex entry says that this Pokemon fought humans in order to protect its friends. Legends about it continue to be passed down. It also, so that's the black Pokedex entry, but the white Pokedex entry actually talks about the horns on its head that are as sharp as blades, and that it uses its whirlwind like movements to confound and swiftly cut its opponents. I'll cut you so bad. You wish I didn't cut you so bad. So, like I said, this is one of the Musketeers. It is based off of Aramis specifically, because Aramis was the best at swordplay. And yeah, a lot of fun. Get out there and get this antelope, gazelle, stag thingy. The name Virizion probably comes from the name or the words Viridian and Champion. Viridian being a bluish green color, which is the color that he is. And, he is the champion.
Are you not going to sing? Or are you expecting me to sing? I'm not sure which.
we just had a moment of silence where everyone sung in their
Yeah,
head.
yeah. We're like, he was a champion. Moment of silence, please. What
Dun, dun,
else?
dun.
What else? What else we got with Verizon there?
He is the grass type Pokemon with the highest special defense stat, which is weird since he's supposed to be the best at swordplay. So you'd think that it would be, special attack or just attack, but no, he has the highest special defense of all grass type Pokemon.
And that's why you're gonna need that quadruple flying attacks to get through his defenses.
Yep, because let's face it, the Musketeers just can't handle airplanes.
that's
Those fighter jets will take them
that's
down.
that's true. So many levels. Now, can you find Verizon all over, or Virizion, whatever his name is?
You'll have
Can,
to check a coverage map for that.
are they ever? Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. Is he spawning? Is he spawning all over the world?
Yes, yes, he is.
Okay, so unlike the actual Verizon, you can actually get service everywhere with this one.
Well, I mean, wherever Pokemon Go is available.
That's true. Yeah, there. I guess you can't go to Pokaskistan and get them because
I
they're not there
don't
yet.
think he's spawning in Antarctica or the North Pole.
Niantic
Sorry,
stand.
Santa Claus. Niantic is anti-Christmas.
Jesus. Any other interesting blurbs from here?
No, sir.
Okay, I gotta show you something before we play this.
Uh-oh.
I just, as I put my phone down, there was enough movement of my character that I hatched my 10K egg, and I just got a Pharaoh seed. Yeah, that's my first.
I've got one of them. I got him from a raid because I do those.
That doesn't make you special. It just makes you a follower, Joe. That's all. So, all right, we have one of our favorite people waiting on the line. You like to hear it? Here it go.
Hey, you guys, Cheeky Nashville here, and I'm from Nashville. I just wanted to wish you guys happy holidays for the forthcoming few weeks. This time of year, I love it. Wait there, sorry. I love it. Anyway, I'm just calling in to see if anyone could add me and join my friends list for Pokemon Go. I'll give you full permission to read my code. Well, it depends if you want to read the code, but I'd be very grateful if you would. My code is 32319138235. And my trainer name is Cheeky Nashville, and I'm from Nashville.
Cheeky Nashville.
Anyway, I love the show. I crave the Joe, and I want him in my Christmas stocking.
Got it before you did, Joe.
I really want him in there. I'll get an extra big one, put him in there. Light the fire, sit in front of the fire, have a crackling while my Joe's in my stocking. Oh my God, I can't stop thinking about this day. Anyway, peace. Cheeky.
I wrote it down wrong.
Oh my God! Cheeky Nashville's like my favorite plush toy ever.
I'm gonna have to listen to this again because I wrote it down wrong.
I have a special knack because I have people read off their credit cards all the time for payments at the school stuff.
He has a special knack for memorizing people's
not memorizing. I cannot repeat it back to you, but I was about 4 numbers behind when I started typing, and I got all of them. I got all of them right. I can do it's like a temporary memory storage of I can buffer up to 4 or 5 numbers and get it. And I got it. He's got my invite and not yours. Cheeky, thank you for sending in your voicemail. If all the listeners at home or abroad would like to send in their own voicemail, you can be anywhere in the world. It's not going to cost you anything other than the cost of your own internet. However you do that yourself, go to PokemonGoPodcast.com, and right there on the right-hand side of the screen is a nice green tab, and that's what you click with any device like your cell phone that touches the internet and has a microphone. And you too can leave your voicemail just like Cheeky. We'll get it played. If you'd like to email us, show at PokemonGoPodcast.com. Reddit is r/Pokemon Go Podcast. Facebook is Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter is at Pokemon Go Pod. Twitch is Pokemon Go Podcast. That's twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast. Every Thursday night, 8 o'clock, including, hey, if you're going to be off during the holidays, you got Thursday night. Normally you don't get to catch us. Catch us this coming Thursday for a not so special standard edition non-holiday show that we're going to do. I want to talk about Patreon real quick for a second, right? Patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast. We have recently gone to Anchor, and we thank you all for listening to those ads through the podcast. It is really helping the show out a lot. Joe and I are going to be able to save up some money and do some cool things this year for what we do here on the show, and it's amazing. And we learned if you have some, I think it's older technology, there was an issue with how the format is, and it wouldn't play right. And then they also pointed out, a listener pointed out that you can't download directly off the website anymore. We're looking at the website thing. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do anything about that or not. However, Joe, we do have an issue for the MP3 versus M4A, right? I said MP4, but I misspoke. It's M4A that Anchor uses.
Yes. So on our Patreon feed, we will be posting the MP3 format without an ad in it. And yeah, so for $1 an episode, you can sign up on our Patreon. That's again patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast. And so you'll support us. You'll get the ad-free version, and you can download the MP3. I realize, like we said, we are going to see if we can get that functionality back on the website.
But it'll still be an M4A,
I suspect it will still be an M4A. So I'm sorry for those that are impacted, but all in all, this is better for us.
It's for the growth of what we're doing and that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Lil's $1 an episode. Yeah, because we do market for all patrons, and I started last week. Isn't it more like 25 episodes, $1 a month? No, I think it's per episode. I don't think it's per month, Nathan. We were kind of looking at it right before the show, but
it is per episode. Yeah. So it could end up being $4 or $5 depending on how the weeks line up. But yeah.
So, but anyway, it is there. And so if you become a patron, you can get the ad-free version, 100% ad-free, and also you'll be able to get the MP3 version as well there that way. Joe, where can they find you on the web?
You can find me at Joseph_Ard, and you can also follow me at Assorted Geekdom if you want some sneak peeks and updates on a coming project that will be launching next year. I have hinted and talked and made very obvious that it's going to be a D&D podcast. But yeah, so that'll be a lot of fun.
It is going to be fun. You can find this show at gstu.net. That's Giant Size Team Up Network. And we're a proud member of said network. You find this show and many other awesome shows at gstu.net. Find me at Rock Got a Pod on Twitter and Rock Got a Podcasting all across all the other social medias. And I do a lot of streaming on GSTU Media on twitch.tv. But that's neither here nor there. I got to go for another show. Now I'm rhyming like Cheeky Nashville. So, Joe, what do you know?
Nothing tonight, but Merry Christmas.
Merry Hanukkah, everybody.
You know what I need to find? The Bo York Pokemon Night Before Christmas.
Oh yeah. If you find that, we'll put it out. We'll put it out through the week. All right, that's the podcast. Let me get that rendering. All right, everybody, you know how this goes. If you're live, we're going to play the name. Joe, we might consider teasing our podcast audience with the name the show game, right? By reading off at the very end of the show, reading off the proposed titles and have fun with it like we do for the live. And maybe that'd get more people coming out listening to us live.
You know what? I never recorded the video for this. Oh well. Not that I've ever actually done anything with them, but
yeah. All right, let's see. Thank you for that link, Nicole. All right, here we go. The episode where Charles is smart is at number 2 by Pokemon Go Podcast, which is Joe. Charles still can't evolve to Mega Snorlax. Shiny Pokemon Matter except to Joe by Nathan. Virizion, can you hear me now by Nathan? I dig that. I'm voting for that one. Firepower by Joe. Nobody liked mine. Back off, buddy, was one. And Tired and Off the Rails was another one. No, that was, where'd that go? You did that one. And I said Snorlax Joe as no one. So right now, we're tied at the episode where Charles is smart and Virizion, can you hear me now? Which I kind of like that one for the artwork. I like what we could do with that one on the artwork there.
What, you don't want me to take a picture of you and throw you in a graduation outfit or something?
No, not we describe it that way. No,
Poindexter glasses.
It'll be on YouTube soon. Yeah. Poindexter. But I was, you could do the whole fake suit on Virizion, like the black suit that he used, the spokesperson used to wear. He's now the spokesperson for Sprint or whatever, but he was Verizon. Can you hear me now? You could get the glasses and put it on Virizion and put the suit or whatever he wore for his look for those commercials, and then it would fit, right?
Yep.
But either way, so right now, somebody voted for the episode where Charles is smart, and then they took their vote away. So we're still tied 2-2. We got about a minute and a half to go there. So yeah, Joe and I, just for those who are still live, Joe and I are trying to schedule a day to work on Twitch channel and clean that up a little bit, work on our Patreon page, clean that up a little bit. And he actually got the audio working correctly tonight for the we didn't even say you got it once we got live, but you got the audio working for the buttons for the soundboard there. Who's here? LEP is here. Lady Jasmine, Lurks, Nathan, Epps, and Zane Kyber. And of course, the wonderful Nicole 0991 is here. Oh, you're a meme now. You're a GIF, man. That's what you are.
It's GIF.
Choosy moms choose GIF. Just saying.
You know what? You're a choosy mom.
Sometimes I might go. Dang it. I can't. I need. You know what I can do? I can do this real quick. Wrong mouse.
Yeah, it should have been Mickey.
Oh, do that.
Overlord.
Do the light dancing thing again.
Are you clipping this right now?
Oh yeah, I'm recording it on Zoom so I can then cut that box out and use it for memes and stuff. I'm gonna make you famous, Joe, as a meme. You're gonna be a meme lord. What are you offended? Are you saying the Twitch channel needs cleaning?
No.
I am saying that we need to fix our points and stuff that Nicole's already working on with some great ideas. I'm saying I need to know what everything's lined up as. That's what I'm saying. Man, she does a wonderful job, and you say you need to look at it, and she's like, I do a good job. We know you do a great job. You're wonderful.
It's your favorite Pokemon, Charles.
You are. She is my favorite Pokemon.
It's Lickitung.
Okay, see, now you just made it weird. Now, yeah, that went sideways. That was not me, Nicole. That was him. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. All right, I got to get out of here. I got my other show going on. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We're going to be back next Thursday, 8 o'clock. It's going to be a blast. But we're going to get our Patreon page cleaned up a little bit, and because there's two levels that are exactly the same now because it was basically anything under $1.
We need to kill the first one.
I think we bump everything up. We'll talk about that.
There will be no one from Pallet Town ever again.
All right, everybody, you have fun. Joe, kick it off, man.
Bye, y'all.